Hey, Shalom. Call Hulayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well over the hopeful elect and the brothers that's pushing this truth and tuning in throughout the four winds. Shalom. Now, this is just a quick video. You see the title right here. Read it verbatim. China's investment in Argentina has ended the U.S. sanctions and monopolies playing FTX BRICS. And BRICS, I believe, is Brazil, Russia, Iran, China, and South Africa. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the 5 countries that make up BRICS, right? The name. I believe Saudi Arabia is applying for BRICS too, Saudi Arabia. So I'm gonna repeat it. Brazil, Russia, Iran, China, South Africa, and potentially Saudi Arabia and other countries. Now, what the main point of this video is, I was scrolling through the comment sections and just check out some of these comments. They're pretty entertaining to look at, right? Creepy Joe and his voters hard at work. So the U.S. is a laughingstock throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Nasty U.S. and their dogs U.K. hope someday they both choke on their own poison, and they will. They will choke on their own poison. You see it happening now with feminism. You see it happening now with their brainwashing. And that ultimate poison that's going to bite them in the butt is those thermonuclear weaponry that they created. They created their own weapon of demise. This is the dirty policies of the U.S. to stop nations from developing and becoming powerful. That's right. People, that's what they did to the Israelites. These Edomites, not just the U.S., these Edomites and the rest of these heathens. Let's get it. Psalms 83. Psalms 83 and verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So let's get the concordance for a tumult. Murmur, all right? So they were murmuring, man. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So they're getting boasted up, because that's the spirit that the Most High put upon them, as the Israelites, were subdued by the curses. As the curses came upon us, like the scripture says, we would be under the reign of these heathens. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. So, and then it lists the nations that wanted to, and it's pretty much all nations on the planet Earth don't want the Israelites to rule over them because they're wicked, man. And they're out of order. They don't want to be in order. Okay. And Esau is the wicked, right? You got a wicked person, and then you have the wicked. Okay. The wicked is these Edomites, and then these heathen nations are full of wicked men, okay? Because they don't have the law, not keeping the law, man. And they will keep the law once they're subdued by the Israelites. Now let's keep reading. I saw some very interesting comments. Let's keep going. All right, here's one I seen. Here's the 2 that really made me want to make this video. All right, I'm not going to read it how you see it on the screen, right? But he's saying, what does having over 5,000 years civilization got to do with this? Many African civilizations had over 40,000 or more civilizations, which is hogwash. Okay, the Earth's not even that old, but they were still subdued with gunpowder diplomacy pre-colonial area. And that's right, Esau went through Africa looking for Israel, to chain up and shackle Israel. All right. And let's get some scriptures on Esau's blessing being a sword. This is Genesis, the 27th chapter, I'm gonna start at verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So Esau lost his blessing, okay, which was never really his to begin with, but on a carnal level, so to speak, it was supposed to go to Esau because he came out first. But the blessing before any, like the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, neither, child sinned. I'll get that scripture after this, because Esau and Jacob did no righteousness or wickedness as they were in the womb, but it was already pre-planned for Jacob to get, the immortality, and to be the righteous, and Esau to get extermination and to be the wicked. And this is verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. So Esau was given rulership over the planet Earth and of the dew of heaven from above. So Esau and Jacob were both given rulership over the planet Earth, but on a fine print of Esau's, after his rulership over the planet Earth is over, he's going to be embarrassed and subdued. In verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live. So Esau, all right, sword, that's the military, Esau's military, his weaponry, okay, he was blessed with that on a carnal level. And of course, it does switch over to the left hand, okay, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion. So the Edomites would have dominion over the whole entire earth, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And that really started happening, okay, during after the Dark Ages with the Renaissance, okay, because Jake, the southern kingdom of Israel, which you'll hear say the Moors, or Esau admits one of the Roman empires, or a few, I mean not empires, what is it called, Caesars, I believe. One of the Roman Caesars was a Jake. I forgot which one they're saying, but pretty much Jake, after Rome fell, Jake took over all of Europe and parts of Asia, and then that's how you get quote unquote Dark Ages, like knights, those castles. I even seen a photo of Jake, Southern Kingdom, and he was playing chess. So I'm pretty sure Jake made chess too. You understand? In verse 41, Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing whereof his father blessed him. And Esau, so he's a hater. And Esau said in his heart, the day of mourning for my father at hand, that I will slay my brother Jacob. In your heart, your brain, and your gut all have the same, what is it called, neurons, I believe, like how you think and remember and feel. Okay, your heart, your brain, and your gut pretty much has those same type of cells, or whatever you want to call it, right? So it's not just your brain, that's why you have that gut feeling, or you may feel some type of way and you feel it in your heart. There's a reason to that. All right, the Most High made us that way. Let me get one more verse. I think it's Romans 9 where it goes into it. Let's see. Let's see. Done. Let's see if I can find it. Lord's will. Yeah, I'm not gonna find it. Lord's will can come back to me. Let's get back to these comments right here. God's country, China. And that's one thing I want to say on that. People are seeing people that aren't uh drunk off that Babylon juice, real drunk, right? They're stumbling, right? They can barely see straight. That's how drunk they're off the Babylon juice. They're realizing that this place is following. The West as a whole is following because it's propped up by the United States of America, which is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, the beast that rise, the woman that rise upon the beast, that great whore. So they're saying who's gonna rule next? Who's gonna rule next? Who's gonna have dominion over the earth next? And people are saying China. Okay, you mostly see people saying China. You see people saying Russia, and that's about it. China or Russia. You see more people saying China because China's economy is much more stable and more powerful than Russia's. But obviously Russia has the best military in the world. People think it's the Babylon the Great or China or whatever. Russia's nuclear capabilities clearly are a stone throw away, greater than Babylon the Great, China, whatever. But like I said, economy wise, how they get things done, people think it's gonna be China. I mean, look at this comment. God's country, China. The Most High don't give a fuck about you Moabites, man. Now, my main point is that nobody, I mean nobody, thinks that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are gonna rule. Nobody, you understand? Unless they know where the Israelites and they know the prophecies written in the book. And if you don't understand that, nobody, like the majority of people on the planet Earth, not checking for Jake, man. When it comes to power, the power seat, we're the underdogs. We are the underdogs. This is an underdog story. This is not, the underdog stories are always the best stories, man. The person you least expect or the person you don't want to get it gets it, man. Let's keep going. At this rate, no nation is gonna trust the U.S. of A. or the West. You see that happening now. Mainly the U.S. These other countries are gonna turn on the U.S. The West, right? The West, Europe, whatever. They're gonna turn on the U.S. The only country pretty much that's not gonna turn on the U.S. is those small hats over there in our land. Every people in the USA don't trust the USA, woke or Wookie, and that's the truth, man. They did a poll and it was like 72% of people don't trust the government anymore, man. 72% of, and that was like last year. Oh, well, now it's 2023, so that was back in 2021. That poll was made. So imagine what the poll is now with Sleepy Joe, and that trust is not coming back, man. People, even the sheeple, man, the sheeple, these brainwashed losers, they see it, man. They see what Babylon the Great's about, and the West. Obviously, Babylon the Great's gonna be taken out, which is the spearhead of Esau's authority over the planet Earth, and that's going to be thrown down. All these nations will be thrown down by the Israelites, starting with Yahushua. I think USA should break up. It will be civil war. Okay, we may very well see states like Texas secede from the rest of the country. Like what's that movie, Bushwick? I think has something going along the lines in that movie. We may see things like that. It's 100% going to be quote unquote race wars and civil wars. That's biblical prophecy. I still think different nations could be economic alliance with different mini nations. USA is better being mini nations, at least. All right, let me stop reading that. Nothing can stop China. Man, see, look at this. Good job, China. World sees the truth, and China is the victim here. The Israelites are the ultimate victims here. I will forever be in debt to you. All right. In order to deal with the U.S. of A., you have to be a real son of a B. And that's true. How society is now, you got to snake people, man, to really get some type of status or real big money, like big money, not a couple million, not even 8 figures, not even, obviously not even 6 figures. I'm talking about billions of dollars. In order to get billions of dollars, you gotta screw people over. Look at Esau. Esau got the most wealth on the planet Earth. How did he get that wealth? By enslaving Jake. Where you think all that wealth came from for Esau? You think he just worked hard, been played by the book, been a nice person? No, man. He had Jake, like that video said, with the gunpowder, his blessing with the sword. He had higher tier weaponry. The Most High lowered our power, all right, our power, and he slaughtered us, man. And he subdued us, and he worked us for centuries, getting rich. They had this woman, I forget her position or whatever, her credentials, but she had credentials or whatever, right? Because that matters, right? When you go into certain things. And she was saying how, like, if every single so-called black man, woman, child, whatever, got paid for, like, quote unquote reparations, it would be like in the billions or the trillions or some crazy outrageous shit like that. Because it's the truth. Free labor for hundreds of years. Free labor. Okay, you got in free labor for getting the cotton, making it, packaging it, shipping it, all that. They got rich, filthy fucking rich, man. Starting with these small hats, man, these gutter rats. Go China, lead the world into the 21st century. The American 20th century unipolar hegemony is over. And hegemony, I believe, is going to, like, ruling over your dominance. And that's true. Babylon the Great had about the 50s, between the 50s up until like the 80s. So once the 90s hit, Babylon the Great pretty much went on a rapid decline. And then we had, that recession in 2008, and then this plan, that happened in 2020. So yeah, Babylon the Great. And they did a poll. On what country is the most freest country, whatever, and liberty too, because freedom and liberty are not the same thing. And Babylon the Great ranked 12th or 14th place. 12th or 14th place. So Babylon the Great, land of the brave, home of the free, that bull crap, this is not even true anymore. At a point in time, 50s, that's 10 years, 60s, that's 20, 70s, that's 30, 80s, that's 40 years, a good clean 40-year stretch. Babylon the Great was the best country to live in at a point in time, which was true. I mean, if you wasn't an Israelite, okay, if you wasn't a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, then you could be an Edomite, you could be a fucking immigrant, you could be a fucking small hat immigrant post World War II, get a fucking business loan at Babylon the Great, make, you know what I'm saying? So hey, but guess what? We got the kingdom of heaven coming for the Israelites, which will demolish all these inferior, puny heathens. Let's get Daniel, the second chapter, in verse Daniel, the second chapter, verse, let me see. Verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. So the kingdom of heaven is for the Israelites, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So all you heathens will be subdued. You see these fucking heathens be talking shit, man. Jake is destroyed. Isaiah 60 and 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. So all these heathens, okay, we're going to subdue them. Okay, not with no fucking gunpowder and fucking lead and shit. We're gonna subdue them with spiritual power, like Black Samson, man. We're gonna be out here like Black Samson. We're gonna be out here like I can't think of something, but Black Samson, flying, energy, radiating off our bodies, indestructible bodies. And all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. No, there's one more verse I wanted to get in this chapter. Yeah, verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So that's going into Daniel, the 2nd chapter again. It's going to reign forever. Nobody is not going. We're not going to have a fucking Great Wall of China to keep out the fucking Mongolians. No, nobody will dare step to the Israelites, man. Nobody would even dare to even think of it. We're gonna be on that type of level forever. Forever. Let's go back. And Jake over there that's letting these heathens set up shop in Central and South America, they gonna get slaughtered too. You think Esau, them Edomite, them Russian Edomites, and these fucking other heathens that's setting up shop in Central and South America not gonna turn on Jake there? They got another thing coming. Jake over there don't got no power, man. They ain't tapped in Yahweh Shemi Shai on a national level, all right? You got brothers that know they're Israelites and sisters and children that know they're Israelites throughout the four winds of the earth, mainly here in the Americas, Babylon the Great, right? But on a national level, the majority of people in Argentina do not know they're Israelites, and they don't have the carnal means to defend themselves against Russia, China, Iran, whatever. So you think them heathens aren't gonna bust a move on them, man? You got another thing coming. The war criminals America should be stopped from interfering in other countries' business. All their criminal propaganda is going to backfire on their face. Esau, everything you're doing is backfiring in your face. The world sees how wicked you Edomites are. It's being revealed. You know, I see a lot of these things on the internet and in public too, right? Of how so-called blacks are just genetically violent and shit. That is the most hypocritical bullshit I ever heard in my goddamn life. Okay, they're saying because Jake as a collective group is poor in America and they're doing crimes to get money to survive versus Esau Edom, who went around a whole entire planet rape, robbing, and murdering for fucking centuries. Probably fucking, if you count it from fucking Esau, he stole fucking Mount Seir. I think it was fucking Hamites living in Mount Seir before Esau came in and stole that shit. So, because Esau got no true inheritance. The nation of Edom got no inheritance. Their inheritance is slavery and extermination. That's the only thing they inherited. All the other nations inherited land and so on and so forth. Esau didn't get no fucking land. All right. The scripture says he will have the dew of heaven, so on and so forth. But that's for a short amount of time. All the other heathens will have their land pretty much forever. These Edomites are not getting nothing forever. So from Esau's first existence till now, it's probably thousands, not probably, it is thousands of years of rape, rob, and murder. And then, you know, they spin the narrative of Jake just being these fucking savages. Let's get some scriptures on that. Man, fuck your donation, man. First time I ever even fucking seen that shit. You know? Let's get I know it's in Revelations. What is it? Accuser. Is that how you spell accuser? Like this. I think it's like that. Yep, Revelations 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power. So this kingdom that's going to reign forever, that's not left to other people, will be established in the power of Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And you see it. And now the narrative is flipping. I follow, it looks like an Edomite, could be Jake or, whatever else. He's coming with facts, receipts. I still can't pronounce that right, man. But he's coming with the facts about how wicked you Edomites are. And there's a whole bunch of people, butthurt, loser Edomites. You Edomites are fucking losers, man. Especially you fucking Edomites that's not bathing in the glory that you got. The money, the status, the fame, whatever. If you're just a regular ass fucking Edomite, like the greatest loser on the planet Earth is a fucking homeless Edomite. You got the fucking planet Earth in your hands, and you're fucking homeless. Living under a bridge somewhere, man, next to fucking turtles and shit. You're a fucking loser. In the kingdom of heaven, man, you fucking Edomites are through. But I'm going to end it off right there. Lord's will, Adawan Ratzazah. Okay. That this was edifying. And shalom. Keep enduring.